Hey guys, Sean Bucci, and the quote of the day, I'm with surplusfundsriches.net, by the way. The quote of the day is don't get mad at your money. Don't get mad at your money. Don't let what the other people are doing, the behavior and the attitude of the folks that you have to deal with, determine how you act and how you react. Had a call from a guy. He says, Sean, I'm not a member. I'm glad that he said that up front. He says, Sean, I'm not a member. I know that you're supposed to only answer pre-purchase questions. I got an issue I'm hoping you can help me with. I said, look, I'll answer any question you got. No problem. I'm not going to walk you through it like I would one of my members using support. Fire away. What's going on? And he says, I got 4 heirs. It's very infrequent that we work with estate or probate type situations. But anyway, okay. So I got 4 heirs to work with. 3 of them signed up with me. It's around 20 grand, so each of them is getting around $5,000. The 4th one is putting me off. I have the other 3 under contract, and the 4th one went and got approval by the court to be the executor for the estate. I said, what state it's in? And he told me. I said, okay. Just so you know, that state, like most states, that executor is going to have the power to get all of the money and disperse it. That's how it is. He said, well, you don't think I could do this or work around that or try to enforce the contracts here or do this or that? I said, you can do whatever you want, but on this deal, I think you're screwed. I said, well, I don't think I'm screwed. This is silly. You're just throwing in the towel. I thought you were I thought you were innovative and you were blah, 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 blah. And I was like, hey man, I'm just speaking from experience. That 4th person put you off because they were waiting to see if they were going to get the executorship approved. Okay, she was actually the executrix in that particular state. You're not going to be able to get the money. The court is recognizing her as responsible for all of the estate's money and costs. So he continued to complain and argue and thump his chest. And I just said, hey man, I wish I could help you more. That's my opinion. You called me for my opinion. That's my opinion. I think you should let it go and go on to the next one. You got no money into it except for what it costs to get the contract signed. Well, you had to find the people, right? You had to mail them and call them, find them, put the deal together, and that's time and energy and money, and I get that. But at this point, I think you're throwing good money after bad if you pursue it. So I don't hear anything from the guy. We hang up. Months later, I get a call. And he says, I've got some pre-purchase questions. And the voice, I remember voices. And the voice was like, what the heck? He says, got a couple pre-purchase. So I answered the question. He goes, do you remember me? Your voice is familiar. And he says, I'm the guy that was talking about the 4 heirs. And you said I was screwed and it was a waste of time. He said, well, I want you to know it wasn't a waste of time, and I taught him a lesson. What? He says, yeah, I got 500 out of those 3 that agreed to the contract. And I said, yeah, how'd you do that? He said, well, I hired an attorney and I took him to small claims court. I took 3 people to small claims court over 500 apiece. And he goes, yeah. With attorney costs and court costs, it costs money just to file, guys. What did you have in that? He says, around 2 grand. I said, okay, and how long has this been? About 2 months? Yeah, about 2.5 months. So how much time did you put into meeting with your attorney? Did you have to go to court? He said, well, I didn't have to, but I did. I said, okay. So how much time you got into this? He goes, about 3.5 hours. I said, I want to make sure. He goes, so you should have given me better advice because I actually taught him a lesson and made a little money. I said, whoa, first of all, you didn't make any money. You just told me between court costs and the attorney you spent 2 grand. And you got 1,500 from them. And actually, you probably got, the court said, yes, you owe that, and you probably still haven't gotten paid yet. And he said, well, I got paid on 2. All right. So you got 2,000 into it, you got paid 1,000. And it took you 3.5 hours, during which time you probably could have put a couple other deals together. Right? Yeah. But you taught him a lesson. And he goes, sometimes it's important. I was like, hey man, I get it. The problem is if we don't start standing up and enforcing contracts, they're covenants to me. A contract is a covenant. That's an agreement you made as an adult between two people, right? That's something that should be enforced. I completely get that. But look, there are buttholes out there, and if you can get out of it, there's a time when you fish and there's a time when you cut bait. You should have cut bait. You should have gone on and gone and put different deals together instead of wasting your time with these people. And now all you've done in a business where a lot of people get into it so that they can help people, all that you have accomplished is made them hate people that retrieve surplus funds. That's the lesson you've taught. So guys, keep your eyes on the prize. Understand the general public is gonna occasionally screw you. Sometimes you eat the bear, sometimes the bear eats you. Part of being a mature adult is accepting that and moving on. Now we teach you how to minimize that potential, that risk. We teach you how to do that using upfront buyouts, power of attorney to an attorney, all that. You're still going to occasionally lose on a deal. Okay? You're gonna have to cut and run and just go, you know what? See you later.